Hello and welcome to another Modern stream. Today we have a classic. I've been winning a lot with AmuLIT lately. Uh, I've been really winning a lot, which is great. But basically, I think I have earned. I think I've earned it. So I'm going to allow myself to lose a bunch of tickets by streaming one of my. How can I say it? One of my guilty pleasures. Which is Jund. I actually have been a fan of Jund since I started playing Modern, but it was always a deck that I could basically never afford. So, because my friend Keenan actually lent me the three Wrenn Sixes, I figured, I guess I can play some Jund today, huh? So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna be jamming some Jund and see how that goes. This is a deck that it's really funny because it's kind of always been there in the history of Modern, and it basically ranges from broken to unplayable. I feel like right now it's in a spot where it's in the middle, but a little bit closer to unplayable than closer to broken. So that is kind of what I think about John currently. Why no Oko? This is a list that took fourth in the Moto PTQ this past weekend, so it was basically like the first like well placing John list that I found, and I figured why not go with that. Um, I think that based on how John has been built in the past, usually you want to be on 24 lengths. So this one is definitely on the little bit on a little bit on the side of a little bit too little amount of lengths. Um, Still, as I always do, whenever I play a deck, whenever I stream a deck that I have not been streaming a lot, I like to play one or two leagues with the list that I see. That whether it was something that I took from an event or something like that. I always want to make sure that I play one at least one league with the actual list to get a feel for the deck before I try to make any changes. But historically, John has always wanted at least 24, if not 25 lands. Maybe the addition of Wrenn Six changed that, and 23 is now the best possible number. I don't know, but I'm willing to find out. So, Wrenn Six is the card that kind of got printed and reinvigorated the archetype a little bit, even to the point where we're only playing a couple of Dark Confidants instead of playing the full playset. But yeah, the strategy with John is always the same. Just like turn one discard spells, removal spell, play a threat, Tarmogoyf Bob. Not so much Scum Engineers, but Tarmogoyf Bob, Wrenn Six, then play a Liliana, start getting ahead on cards, and try to accrue advantage that way. Eventually, we get card advantage with Blood Red Elf. But the John plan has been true and tried and true for years now. So yeah, so we're gonna see how this works out. Again, the numbers I don't really have much of an idea. I just copied the list that did well in the PTQ, and we're gonna see how it actually plays out. The sideboard is interesting. We have three Plague Engineers. I am not very surprised by it. I think Plague Engineer is actually an insane card. There's a ton of matchups where Engineer is good, and even when it's not like insane, it's still pretty good. Like for example, against a deck that you wouldn't really imagine Engineer being an all-star, like for example something like Death Shadow, it's still a serviceable card because it has Death Touch, and having access to Death Touch can be a really big deal in a matchup like that. Having your 3-drop that you can recur with Colligan's Command, just trade with a Shadow or an Angler can be a really big deal. A couple of brutalities because historically Burn has been a pretty bad matchup for this kind of deck. One Tracker for the grinding matchups. Couple of Collector Oofs for the Ursas of the world, and not really anything else nowadays. Affinity and Hardened Scales are basically nowhere to be found. So yeah, basically just Just Ursa is the only reason for Collector Roof. Ashiok, hopefully we draw this if we get paired against AmuLIT. That's all I'm hoping for. And speaking of cards that we want to draw when we get paired against AmuLIT, a full 4 copies of Fulminator Mage and a 1 of Damping Sphere. And then a random Handmaster. This is a card that I'm not like. I don't know. We're gonna see how it goes, but like this card seems like, you know, time has not been kind to this card. Definitely, definitely, the power level has kind of like gotten stuck on this one, while everything else feels like it's just better than this. But anyway, we're going to again just start to play some games and get a feel for the list. We're gonna see how it goes. I mean, getting fourth in a MTGO PTQ is no small feat. So yeah. Oh Jund. Oh Jund. Still, I feel like a metagame where Jund is like one of the better decks, it's a good metagame for Modern for sure. Like we just got the Jundiest of hands. Turn 1 discard into 2, turn 2 discard plus removal into turn 3 Liliana. Well, I was talking about how we don't see affinity anymore. Guess my opponent wants to prove me wrong over here. Walking Ballista. Alright. Yeah, so we're gonna have to Inquisition on 1. My opponent has a very quick start. What in the world? Well, oddly enough, Oko is actually probably easier for us to beat than that animation module. Man, my opponent's hand is very good. Yeah, I think I'm gonna take the animation module. Yeah, if they draw land, then we get super screwed because we have to beat double Oko, but we're just hoping that that doesn't happen. Hmm. So is my opponent on Scales maybe? And Scales is now playing Oko? Is that what's going on? Alright, redundant Walking Ballista. So we're definitely starting here. And we're gonna need to fetch and yeah, we're gonna take so much damage, it's crazy. You're gonna need to get a Blood Crypt here. Scales is fine. So we're gonna get a Blood Crypt. Yes. We're gonna Bolt. They can regen it if they want it, but that takes it away from combat. Yeah. This one is actually super tough. So we can Inquisition, take the Oko, plus Assassin's Trophy one of these ballistas, and then play Liliana next turn minus and just clear the board. That seems better. Alternatively, I could play Liliana plus. That takes care of the Oko. Yeah, I think it's to trophy. Trophy is just better. Taking so much damage. Acabo de hacer 5-0 con tu Amuloco. Es muy buena, man. Es muy buena. Mauro. So it's like the best line. You don't want the Oko on the field. Yeah, I definitely don't want Oko in the field. And here I don't think I can take the 2 damage. I know that I gave my opponent a land for their turn, but it's kind of what it is. Yeah, I would be surprised if they take the damage instead of the basic. Wait, what? Do they have no basics? There's no way they have no basics. They have to have misclick there. Yeah, I think I need to trade this Liliana for this Walking Ballista. Huh, my opponent trades the Ink Moth. Okay. So now they're really far away from putting a counter here. I guess they're trying to draw a Ravager. And here I guess we're gonna get an Overgrown Tomb. Yeah, so they're gonna attack Lily. Steerings. Just finished my own AmuLIT deck to it. Nice! Plus Mapper. Congratulations. Yeah, it has to be a misclick. Like, there's no way they're playing 0 basics. So, best thing we can do here is Bloodbraid into K command. Or just naturally draw the K command like a professional, you know? And I definitely want to make sure that I discard this. Yeah, so I don't think I can risk it. So we're going to do, you discard a card, destroy target artifact. Black, red, anything. We definitely want to make sure that we take care of the... Wait, my opponent did not ping me? Yeah, that was certainly a misclick for them. My opponent's on the mono misclicks strategy. Alright. Time to start junning them out. It's John o'clock. Would a Jun master better than Reduke? I mean, clearly, right? I don't know if I had told you guys, but like I taught Reduke everything he knows, so Lily minus kill the worker, swing for a bunch. No ballista, please. Ravager is beatable. Let's do a little bit of math here. So my opponent's at 12. I can bolt this Ravager, or I can just wait and Assassin's Trophy it. The bolt does take 1 turn from my clock, though. Of note. The problem is I might need this bolt to eventually kill my own buff, depending on how this turns out. But I also might want to use this Assassin's Trophy to destroy these Hardened Scales if my opponent draws... if my opponent draws... Oh, you're right. Bolting doesn't kill the Ravager. You're right. So should I use this turn to bolt face? Because I'm gonna trophy the Ravager. Yeah, because you guys are right. Like this, because of the scales, sacking my opponent can just sack anything. Yeah, so bolting doesn't kill Ravager. So we want to trophy the Ravager. So I guess that we just untap. All right, Bob, be kind to me. Oh, that one also works, I guess. So we're chilling at 5. Opponent concedes. All right. Gotta jump them out. Gotta jump them out. Oh yeah, collector. Oof. Don't mind if I do. Don't mind if I do. Even though Liliana was pretty solid there, I'm not sure that's gonna be the case. I have to be mindful of Oko though. I have to be mindful of Oko de Loco. Very interesting that this list has actually 0 abrupt decays. When I keep the Inquisitions, keep the pushes, probably actually shape on the Bobs. They can be a liability. I don't think that Fulminate is just too narrow, right? Like, we're only answering Ink Moth. I am, however, considering something like Collective Brutality and Huntmaster of the Fells. I think I'm not going to go that route. I think I'm going to go with something like this. Had it not be for the 3 trophies, I would have recommended Fulminator. Yeah, no, I think that we have enough answers. Like, we have so many answers to Ink Moth. Push answers Ink Moth. Trophy answers Ink Moth. K Command answers Ink Moth. Engineer answers Ink Moth. We have like a bunch of answers to Ink Moth, so I'm not particularly worried about Inky. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna go with this. I'm not big fan of Liliana in a matchup like this. The sand is a little bit lackluster. I think we can do better. I mean, I guess it is better. Unfortunately, our mana is going to be kind of awkward. In fact, maybe I should have even bottomed the Scavenging Ooze there. Like, this guy is not going to do much. Now, that card is potentially a problem. I'm going to fetch for a black-red source here. So, Oko, Hangerback Walker, Biting Needle. As much as it pains me, I think I'm going to have to take the Oko here. Because my opponent can actually not cast it next turn, unless they draw another 0, but they are going to be able to cast it later. And we can... If we draw a card for... If we find a land for the Wrenn, then we can actually be in an okay spot. My opponent's going to get to play Hangerback and make a 1-1 here, which is like perfect for them. And then they're going to be able to needle my Wrenn, I guess. Land. Brutal. Ugh. Can I afford to cycle? I think because I drew the K command, I need to actually play this Baron more out, because any land allows me to K command. Now the question is if I bolt this right now. Yeah, I think I have to bolt it right now. Because if my opponent just like they like I need they don't have to act, basically. That's the problem. Oh, that's a big combo against us. Wow, yeah, that is a big problem. So my opponent's going to be able to make 1 free 1/1 for every mana that they have. I mean, that is K command mana. So I need to answer this. But I also need to answer this is a big problem. So if I destroy artifact, I guess destroy artifact to damage the Thopter. Can I beat this animation module though? Yeah, we're super dead here. Because we're losing both to the Ravager and to the animation module. Yeah, but what do I destroy? Do I destroy the animation module or do I destroy the Ravager? Because both of them are really problematic for me. No, I can't. I can't deal 2 damage to the Ravager because if I deal 2 to the Ravager, they just sack this and they sack the animation model itself, and the Ravager survives. So 2 damage to the Ravager is not an option. I either destroy the Ravager or I don't. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to actually destroy Ravager and I guess make them discard. Because I can't even deal 2 damage to this because they can just like sack something else, sack to the Ravager and make a big dude. Oh man, like that Ravager top deck was very, very good for my opponent. Ugh. Yeah, we're gonna need to have to draw like a push or something. I just don't think we really have any many good options. Any good options, honestly. And we need to do it now also because if I let my opponent untap with mana, then they are gonna get free value from this animation module. This way, at least they put the token in there and they don't get a 1/1. But like, I'm super dead to so many things. Like, I need another Colgan's command and then some. Yeah, this is just too much. Maelstrom Pulse, I can't even cast. Ugh, yeah. Yeah, I just don't think we can keep up. Our mana just like didn't cooperate, and this is one of the reasons why I was saying that playing 24 lands is a way to make sure that your mana cooperates a little bit more. The mana base for John is a mess. It's an absolute mess. Yeah, I think this is fine. Just submit the same thing. We just have to draw a little bit better because that draw was terrible. Uh, well, this draw is good though, so I'm gonna keep it. Certainly like this draw. Mm, hmm. So we're gonna lead on the fetch. We might get a stomping ground here. Okay. Yeah, stomping ground tapped. Another Bloodbraid. It's not very good. I'm gonna use this turn to get our clock here. Oh yeah, Llanowar Reborn. Llanowar Reborn is it's super annoying in Moto. Really miss Last Hope in John versus Despairings. Yeah, I mean Plague Engineer is there instead. Plague Engineer, it's kind of like the same but better. So I'm pretty sure they're gonna put the counter here. Yeah, definitely worth it for them. So we Lily minus here, I think. Lily minus, make sure that we answer this Engram back so it doesn't keep going, even through Welding Jar. And then we get in there for 3 with the Goif. At least we have a really aggro hand. I wish I didn't take that much damage from this nurturing peat land, but we're probably gonna have to, unfortunately for us. Just no Ravager. Well, guess there's that. Kalitas would have been nice to have in the sideboard. Yeah, probably like a Kalitas over the Huntmaster. Yeah, I'm not very sure about the Handmaster. Seems a little bit. All right, that's something. I can try to get lucky with this Bloodbraid, or I could just push the Ravager. The thing is that pushing the Ravager doesn't even do much because of the Welding Jar. So I think I'm just gonna try to get a little bit lucky, I guess. Whoops. poggers. All right. So destroy target artifact, and blood raid on our team. Oh yeah, apparently, huh? Uh, destroy artifact on the Ravager, and then we can deal 2 damage to one of the Thopters. I mean, destroying target artifacts on the... Yeah, I guess Ravager is better, because if I try to destroy the Wellinger, they can just sack it to the Ravager. So yeah, destroying the Ravager is better. So... I mean, we can deal 2 to a Thopter. Seems better to try to... Because my opponent is bound to have a bad card in hand here. So I think we're going to do destroy artifact, 2 damage. They can sack something else and then sack the Ravager to put it on the Thopter, but that's exactly what I want, so that's fine. Okay. And I feel like I have to clock my opponent here. Huh. Okay. I mean, that's actually good for me. Like, the clearer. Damn, that's a word. The clearer the board is, the better it is for me, so... Huh, they swing with the Ravager. So I think I block here and I force them to suck something. And then I have Bolt and Push, and I can push the Ravager, whatever they attempt to put the counters on, I just Bolt in response. So yeah, we're looking good here. Best possible draw would probably be like another push or something. That would be pretty great for us. Yeah, unfortunately, I don't think we're going to be able to afford. So I guess we can redraw. I don't think we can Blood Braid this turn, because I think we're kind of like forced into making this play here. So we're gonna push the Ravager. Hey Teddy, how you doing? Wow, they're sucking something. They're sucking a land to it. Putting the counters on the Thopter. No thank you. And now we're actually looking pretty good here. So this is a 2-turn clock with the Blood Braid that I have in hand. So I'm going to swing with everything. My opponent's going to block. Yeah, okay. So with this block here, this game is over now. I don't think my opponent can win anymore. Only 2 cards left in hand, and we have a 5/6 Goif in play. They have 3 lands, and that's it. Feeling pretty favored here. No hardened scales or anything like that. And we top deck a call against command. Yeah, this... Speaking of games that are over, Yeah, I think I'm gonna take this turn off to K-command this animation module. And I think I'm gonna make them discard. So you discard, destroy this artifact. They had a Darksteel Citadel in hand. They drew another Ink Moth. Yeah, this should be game here. Maelstrom Pulse, not a great draw, I guess. That's a Wivski, but he grows the Goif. You know, because what's the Tarmogoyf flavor text? What doesn't grow grows the Tarmogoyf, or what dies? I can't remember. It's pretty fun. Play Elf, make the game interesting. Yeah, we're looking pretty good here. Of course, you know, drawing both of our Kolaghan's commands against the mono artifact deck, definitely a good play from me. You know, is your top image just to fill in? You have the JPGR to fill in the Streamlabs for whatever deck you play. Yeah, that's what I do, Teddy. I have like a bunch of different images, so like depending on the deck that I'm playing, I change it. So it's on theme. This hand is pretty bad. I'm actually fairly certain that this is an AmuLIT player. Fairly certain that is the case. This hand is okay, I guess. Gonna bottom the basic mountain. Yep. I like part of your layout, so I'm looking at changing my overlay and layouts. Oh, okay. Yeah. So we're playing the basic swamp here. Hopefully my opponent doesn't play Azusa, but if they do, at least I get to cycle. Explore. Ugh, my opponent's even playing a good version of AmuLIT against Jund. Brutal. Hey, cute bunny, hide him. This draw's not very good, I don't think, but at least we got turn 2 Bob. Which is a good thing to have against AmuLIT. My opponent has a reasonable hand, although this game is just over. Like, in fact, I might get Titaned right now. I could have not played a Bob. Alright, at least they don't have the Titan. Okay, so they're gonna be able to transmute for Titan this turn. DL Chundo. Yep, that's what we're playing today. Also, my opponent messed up their sequencing here, I think. Because, like, this Azusa is gonna die, right? Oh, they have a scout too? Okay, that makes a little bit more sense. So I'm gonna have to kill both, I guess. That's a Bob, and that's a Bolt. So we're gonna push the scout, bolt the Azusa. Swing for 2. Miss our land drop, feels bad, man. They have another Azusa? Yeah, I mean, I was not gonna beat this hand in a million years, so we can probably just pack it in here. We want Ashiok, we want Fulminators, we want Damp Sphere. Take out pushes, we won't K commands. We kind of need Maelstrom Pulses, unfortunately. We can take out Scavenging Nooses, and also Wrenn is not particularly great. Is it recommended to play Explorer and AmuLIT Titan? It's a fine card. It's a perfectly fine card in like matchups like this, right? Like when the metagame is filled with cards that do the mid-rangey thing, then Explorer really shines. Is Tracker a possibility here? No, because just Bob is good enough often. I like this hand though. We're gonna keep it. Okay. Double Once Upon a Time Summoner's Pact. So I guess we're taking Summoner's Pact. Yeah, I guess it prevents my opponent from like pacting for Baloth. So there's one of the Once Upon a Times, which reveals. Please play a Scout. Please reveal a Sacred Tribe Scout. Please. Please show me Sacred Tribe Scout. Ah, Bojuka Block. Bad beats. Kalni Garden. Uh, I'm gonna need to kill that token eventually, and this is like the better line here. So now I can Liliana. I can plus, and then whatever I discard, I can get back with Wrenn. Okay, so my opponent is gonna fish for a Baloth. If they find the Baloth, that's fine. Whatever, like we just die. But so let's discard this. We're gonna Wrenn it back. Interesting. They pitched the Stronghold. Scariest plant of the league. That's gonna be another Kalni token. I mean, no Azusa, right? Like, that's the thing that we fear the most right now. So I guess that we start here. That's a Blood Braid. That's something to dig towards. Return that. Liliana. Discard this, I guess. We're gonna use this turn to get the Ravine in play. Just Liliana doing Liliana things. That's a Scout. That one's dead. That's a Bojuki Bog. Black, red, green. I'm gonna lead on this because we might find like a bolt or something. We find Assassin's Trophy. I guess that's not great. I guess we get to like kill this Colony Garden and they get to replace it with something else. It's kind of whatever. That's not a good one. They get to replace it with a basic forest. So at least they can like continue replaying and stuff. So we're gonna ping with Wrenn. We're gonna plus. Pitch in this. This is a nice combo here. Got a nice little combo going on. So we're gonna get to Lily ult here, and then we're gonna play a second Liliana. Seems tough for my opponent to beat. Tough for them to beat. So they have a Bojuki Ball in hand, though. I have to be mindful of that. So let's old first. I guess. No, I guess this is the better split, right? Like 3 lands versus. Yeah. So they choose the one that leaves them with the most lands. Good for them. Second Liliana, plus again. Pitch this. Ah, they actually drew the Bailoff. That beats. Alright, so we're gonna need to not attack this turn, unfortunately. They just had extra QPs and chest for pre-eliminate. Oh, they did, Telperio? Sweet. So now I have a reason to play those events. Okay, so we're gonna jump here. End step, we're gonna draw a card. Then we're gonna minus to kill the Bailoff. Okay, so the last card in hand is a Titan. So hopefully we find an answer to this Bailoff. Oh, I guess that's an answer to the Titan. Okay, cool. So yeah, this is gonna be great. So we're gonna K command. Oh, we can actually return a creature. So I can. Man, we have so many options here. So I can Wrenn Ping, play second Wrenn Ping, kills the Azusa. Then I get back Bloodbraid, make them discard, and -2 Liliana to kill the Bailoff. That seems like the best line for me. Because I really want to like have a threat, right? Matt Maxon, thank you so much for the tier 1 subscription. Welcome back to the Primetime Stronghold, my friend. Thank you for the continued support. Thank you for playing my other my other favorite deck. You're very welcome. You're very, very welcome. I like the command line and buy back pit line. Yeah, but I need to kill, like, this Bailoff is going to kill my Liliana. I need to answer the Bailoff, and I also need to answer the Azusa, because otherwise my opponent just, like, -2s. So I can K command, deal 2, make them discard. I can K command, deal 2, make them discard. That answers. I need to clock them, right? Like, this is what AmuLIT does. Like, eventually they're gonna kill me. They're gonna draw lands and they're gonna kill me. I need to put a clock on them, or otherwise I'm just gonna die. Is Bonzo the best drummer of all time? No, I don't think so, Polo. He is one of the, but I wouldn't call him the best. Also, that is extremely subjective, but alright, so yeah, I think we can take the damage here. So, I think I do like my line. So we're going to -1 here. Red, green. Is it newly controlled? Newly controlled, keep this. -1 here. -2. Sack Bailoff. Do we know the last card in flipping strips? Yeah, the last card is for prime time. So get a creature from my graveyard. You discard a card. Yeah, I guess that we could have done like 2 damage, but then they actually start having cards in hand, and I want to make sure that they have 0 cards in hand. Okay, so we can 1, 2, 3, 4. So we start on Bloodbraid, see what we get. Inquisition, sure, whatever. Actually, don't want to draw it, so I want to make sure that it's not in my deck anymore. Beast within the Wrenn. Ha. So I guess that it's they are playing Punt's list. Okay, so we don't plus Liliana then. I guess I should have activated the Wrenn first. Okay, so they draw an AmuLIT. That's an irrelevant card. So we should be good here, I think. We have lethal next turn. Yeah, we have lethal. Ranger, I mean. Green, red, something. All right. Changes for game 3. My opponent has Sakura Tribe Scout in their deck still, which is, especially on the draw, is very weird. We're on the other side of the matchup for once. Yeah, let's see if we can get lucky like my opponents often get when I get paired against this deck. Like my opponent in the playoffs, dude, like what the hell? They have so much hate. It was pretty absurd. So this hand looks excellent, so we're gonna keep it. That's a great draw. Acquisition you. Once upon in response. Okay. Yeah, so they're definitely on Punt's list. Interesting. So I have Ashiok, right? So I just take the explosives and they have no answers to Ashiok. This looks great. The Sua probably copy my Overgrown Tomb, yeah. Yeah, like Ashiok blanks both pacts, so it's just like this the strictly correct line. Black red, yeah, that's what I want. Green red plus get a land. Man, this feels kind of dirty when it gets going. It's an AmuLIT. Oh, Azusa. All right. Crumbling Vestige. So their hand is double packed. So basically, we can play Ashiok here, and then if my opponent finds exactly a bounce land off the top, we are going to lose. I mean, it is kind of what it is, right? Not much to be done about that. Just want to make sure I'm able to pay for the Ashiok properly. So they have to pact in response. They're going to pay for pact on their upkeep. Yeah, but they can pact in response. So they pact for a Titan now. They leave. Yeah, they have a Titan in hand now. And then we don't minus, and then we pass the turn. Well, I've been in this situation before, Doctor. So if they have a bounce line here, they're going to get to play a prime time, which obviously my opponent is a master. The good thing is we're going to get to Assassin's Trophy this prime time, and the prime time is not going to get to fetch lands, so we're still looking kind of okay. This Ashiok is working overtime over here. So the best thing that I could draw is probably something like a bolt. Something to kill this Azusa is what I'm interested in drawing. There's the prime time. They have a bounce and another Summoner Spect. Is my screen upside down? I know, right? So I guess that we get to cycle first. See what we draw. That's a K command. So that's something that we can do next turn. I'm going to continue to not activate the Ashiok. So their hand is Bounce Land. Are they playing? They should not be playing any piece of counter magic. They should not be playing any piece of counter magic. So I am going to pass the turn here. See how they attack, and then move from there. Again, the Ashiok's still in play, so my opponent should not get a trigger. Okay, so my opponent is smart, and the Azusa also goes after the Ashiok. So they're gonna get a basic here. Ashiok down to 3. And they drew a land. Okay, so their hand is Bounce Land plus Pact. My opponent needs to answer this Wrenn. So I can deal 2 plus make them discard. Black, red, 1. And I want to do this right now because I don't want my opponent to draw a Baloth. So discard a card to damage to any target. They're probably going to discard the Summoner's Pact because it's not doing anything. I think we got this, boys. Ashiok just working like absurd amounts of overtime. Now we lock them out with draw step K commands for the rest of the game. This is so hot. No, I can ultimate Wrenn, so I can K command every turn now. We just draw step K command and we lock them out. We have 7 cards. Can we afford to not ultimate Wrenn? Can I be that greedy? Can I be so greedy? I think I have to ult it here. Oh, it's so tempting though. It's so tempting though. Because I can Lily plus here, take them off every card that they have left, and then just draw step K, command them for the rest of the game. So I'm gonna pitch the bolt. Shock. Ultimate Wrenn. Put a stop on my opponent's draw step. Black, black, red. Colligan's command. Discard the card, destroy target artifact. John them out, baby. John them out. Really glad to see you playing decks across Modern this day. I appreciate the content. Oh, thank you, Area. So yeah, that's what I was trying to do. I'm trying to diversify a little bit since there's definitely I am probably like 60 or 70% total of the total amount of modern content being produced right now. So I I'm probably 50 at least. There's a couple of there's like Dido who plays exclusively Death Shadow, and then there's like very few others. So since I'm like one of the few people streaming modern, I wanted to diversify a little bit. Kind of remember you having so much fun playing. I mean, maybe you should switch. Oh no, I definitely have way too much fun playing. I'm like, oh, this hand is great. We're gonna keep it. We're gonna fetch for a Blood Crypt here. See what we're up against over there. Affinity. Well, this is not Affinity actually, isn't it? This ain't Affinity. This has to be like the meme deck, right? Like the one that plays, yeah, Hammer Time. Exactly. So this is like the meme deck just combos you out. So I think I take the Sigarda Sade. Like without this card, the hammer doesn't do anything at all. Yeah, so I think we're gonna take the Sigarda Sade here. And then next turn I'm gonna take a turn off so I can Inquisition of Coast select away the Crania Plating. And if my opponent draws another thing that I think that it's worth discarding, I could just discard it. That's a Mox Opal, there's an Ornithopter. Oh, they top deck Darksteel Citadel? Okay, that beats. You got me, OP. My opponent just decided to draw the literal nuts instead. Like, it literally needed to be exactly Darksteel Citadel, right? Or like another 0, but there's only, like, I guess another Ornithopter or something. So we're gonna play the Wrenn here. I guess I'm kind of like sacrificing this Wrenn. But like we're gonna take like a considerable amount of damage here. Ugh. Liliana not looking very good. So bye bye Wrenn. Yeah, we're not looking great here. Wow, they go face. Interesting. Well, I guess that they can move at instant speed, so I guess it makes sense. So I have perfect information. This is gonna be so painful. Like, I basically need to top deck a removal spell here. Gonna Lily. Gonna minus, clear one of my opponent's creatures. Plus get back Meyer past the turn. Yeah, like K Command just wins on the spot, right? Play Aspire. I'm kind of dying to this stupid Ornithopter, though. I guess I'm gonna like tag team this Ornithopter. That's the line. Probably discarding the planes. Yeah. Yeah, I have to tag team this Ornithopter, unfortunately for me. So ping there. Red, green, second Wrenn. Feels bad, man. Newly controlled. -1. But I mean, if they don't have any hasty threats, and they don't have any like red style removal spells, we should be fine. Maybe I should have Inquisition there. Maybe I should have Inquisition there. Alright, we can Inquisition now. Attack target equipment to target creature. That seems so bad. Okay, so we both discard. I'm just gonna discard this Bob here. I'm not casting this Bob. No, yeah, that Inquisition was a great value Inquisition there. So we're gonna play a land, fetch for a tapped red source, and then we can start drawing cards with peatland now. If my opponent is not playing red, we actually have a shot here. Well, that's good. That lines up well. That one lines up pretty well, I guess, huh? How about that? Oops. Green, red, 1. Bolt, something. Another Liliana? Feels bad, man. Sure, like Liliana's a terrible top deck, so I'm just gonna cast it. I'm actually kind of interested in minusing the Liliana here, so I can continue drawing cards with Wrenn. I think I'm just gonna keep this Bloodray back because of something stupid like the 1 mana dude that has haste. We might get gotten by Ginger Brute. Does my opponent deck play Ginger Brute? Because that would be brutal. But I'm playing around Bomat Courier by holding back this guy. Oh, this actually blocks Ginger Brute. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, so I'm gonna assume that my opponent does not have any like Galvanic Blast style cards. That's a scap. That's a great draw, actually. Now we can start gaining some life here. Scoos. Play land. Cycle. Plus on peatland. Plus Lily. Maybe I'm being too greedy here. Maybe I should have just like cleared the Mem Knight there instead of getting back the land. Yeah, maybe I'm just being too greedy here. I should have just minus the Wrenn and just move on. Because now I'm trading with one of my creatures, which I shouldn't need to. Yeah. Yeah. Now Gingerbread can potentially kill me. I think I'm just gonna like try to mono gain all the life. We both discard. Speech pit land. Get back peatland. Draw a card. Bolt. Okay, yeah. So now we're covered. So now we're fine. Now we can actually start attacking. And I'm gonna gain all the life that I have available, which also adds all the clock that I have available. And we're just junding them out. Just 7, yeah. That bolt was a great draw. Springleaf Drum, that's not a good draw for my opponent. I'm gonna plus here, discarding this Inquisition. Get back peatland. Swing. And even if we draw K command, we have like so many modes that I just want to go to max life and max damage. And now we have we win next turn because we can bolt and then Wrenn ultimate and get back the bolt. GG's. Yeah, White Ninja, you're right. I didn't think about the ping. I was trying to go for ultimate and like set up like double bolt the next turn, even if my opponent like answers my scoos somehow, but it just didn't matter. Oof, sounds pretty good. I guess my opponent's mono equipment dot deck. Liliana sounds horrendous. Yeah, maybe it's something like Path to Exile that answer my thing, but it doesn't matter. I just Wrenn ult and I go again. So we can name this on construct. I feel like I just want all the removal spells, like all of them. Yeah, Headmaster sounds pretty meh to me. I'm not too much into Huntmaster. I kind of like Collective Brutality just because it kills literally every creature. Even if it's Sorcery Speed, it just kills every creature from my opponent's deck. My opponent's an aggro deck, so I don't really love Bob. So just like mono removal, mono things to do, and just like go with this. And I have Brutality to gain life instead of Scavenging Ooze, which sounds okay. Yeah, I like this hand. Cut 1 BB for Huntman. I just don't think Huntman is gonna do enough in this matchup. Like, killing a creature after 2 turns is not what I want to be doing. Like, I want to kill the creatures for 1 mana and right now, right? That's kind of like the big difference. Nah, I don't think Scoos is very good. Like, a Goif would have been better in that game, right? Scoos just kind of doesn't really do anything. But I need to hold up Liliana's because my opponent might be playing Edge Champion. Oh, they know about the K command. That beats. Why would they? Yeah, it's definitely not correct for them to bubble themselves there. Gain life and put 1 body. Yeah, I don't think that that's what the game is about. The game is about board control. And Scavenging Ooze doesn't clock quickly, and doesn't really control the board either. Get an Overgrown Tomb. That's a nice draw. Player Goifo, pass the turn. Now my opponent can do like Edge Champion into 0-drop. That would be probably best case scenario for them. They don't though. So I think we do this first. Lily plus. I guess that they're trying to combo kill me with Ink Moth. Yeah, so I punted here. Seems like what my opponent's trying to do here is just to combo kill me with Inky. So I should have probably held Fatal Push / Trophy. Yeah, I think I punted. I think I'm punted. I might go unpunished, but I still think this was potentially a punt. Look, my Terminal is a 4/5, and the types are Land, Planeswalker, Enchantment, Artifact. That's like the most randoms, the most random of things. I honestly think I just pass the turn and just don't activate Liliana. Like my hand is just insane. My hand is just absurd. I think I'm just gonna swing for 4 here and just pass the turn. Just say to my opponent, do what you can. This time I'll go if he's clocking you. Do your worst. This Goif ain't messing around. I could use my mana here. I could make my opponent discard and destroy the welding jar. Seems reasonable. Like I'm gonna have to get through that welding jar eventually. And this also like brings down my opponent's artifact count. Yeah, oh, they have a Stoneforge. So my opponent just has a good hand, but they just don't have lands. That seems to be the story of this game. So I just think I just keep on doing the thing that I'm doing here. Just attacking with a 6/7 and forcing my opponent to eventually do something. So next turn my opponent needs to start chump blocking with Inkies. And we had double removal spell for that. Third Inkmoth Nexus. Alright. Yeah, Maelstrom Pulse not gonna do anything, so we're gonna start there. Pitch this. With only 3 cards in hand, I really struggle to see how my opponent can do anything. So then she's going to sacrifice a creature this to save his power to any target. 7/8 now. God damn, that's a big boy. Big boy. So I think I just let my opponent do this. Next turn, I end step Assassin's Trophy. Yeah. So I'm going to end step Assassin's Trophy. Then I'm gonna Liliana Ultimate, split the Inkmoth versus everything else. And that should clear it up. Actually, this is better because I have the answer. I have double answer to the Inkmoth, and this makes sure that I cannot get pathed or something. So I think this is actually better than just like putting the ink moth versus everything else. Because of the, you know, the texture of my hand. All right, so they just take 6 and die. Yep. Jeez, 3-0? Talk to me. Talk to me, John Doe. Talk to me, John Doe. La poutine souriante. How do we like this mono basics draw? Can probably do better than this. This is significantly better than this. Then I guess humans already regret bottoming that fatal push. Yep, very sad I bottomed that fatal push. So we're gonna get a stomping round here, and we're gonna be very, very sad when my opponent Reflector Mages my Goif. But barring a Reflector Mage, we should be looking pretty good. 3-2 incoming. Oh yeah, we started 3-0, so we can only go down from here, right? Just don't have the Reflector Mage. That's all that I am asking. Oh, Phantasmal Image. Yeah, that's fine. Phantasmal imaging your opponent's creature never works. Gonna play another brick wall. Yeah, we have 3 engineers in the side door, which are gonna be pretty damn good. 3 oof, my opponent cycles. Yeah, this game is over. We are done here. Unless my opponent's ghosting there, there's no way they can name what I have here. Bloodbraid Elf. That's actually a good name. Like they didn't see that I'm. Wow. My opponent knows what's up. So these guys are not gonna grow. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna pass the turn, see what my opponent does. And I think I might need to blow up this Thalia instead. Wrenn makes this matchup very hard for opponent. Yeah, I can definitely see that. Wrenn's in the main and then like explosives in the board. It seems kind of like a nightmare situation for OP. Deputy of Detention. We're gonna have like a major blowout. Is that what's gonna happen here? We're totally gonna have a major blowout, aren't we? Oh yeah, yep, yeah. This game is over. You can't. Yeah, you can't attack like that, opponent. We're done here. We are done here. And nice to see some adjunct action here. Oh yeah. Little known fact is that I'm kind of all about the Jund life. Yeah, that was unfortunate. for us. We really need a land. Or like a Fatal Push or something. I mean, if this hand continues to be this awkward, we might actually be in trouble. Now the freebooter gets to know. Now OP gets to know how bad my hand actually is. But we're like one top deck away from just getting this done with, getting this over with. I mean, that's good. There goes the second K command. I know my opponent has flyers to attack with. Can we draw something reasonable here? That's a land. I think that we Lily minus. I just don't think I can give up. Yeah, exactly. So that's fine. So now the ghosts are gonna grow a little bit, but now I can actually cast a spell that I find off Bloodbraid with Thalia in play. If I find like Fatal Push or something, I just cannot cast it. So this is definitely the better line for us. Why did we kill this card in response to the first one? Because there was a Thalia in play, so K command cost 4. All right. So now the ghosts are gonna grow a little bit, but I'm gonna get to. Whoops! God damn it! I always forget to pay the green mana for Bloodbraid. All right. Anything? Yeah, I don't want to cast that actually. Feels bad, man. Like most of my deck is just like a great top deck there. Most of my deck is just like a great thing to flip from Bloodbraid, but Cephalia's Lieutenant, and yeah, things are getting rough here. Like my opponent just doubled the clock there. Increase the goifs, yeah, but at the price of 2 life, and I'm not willing to pay that price. And I already have an Inquisition, so if I wanted to grow the goifs, I can already do it. So I think I have to start getting aggressive here. So if I push here, actually it's better for me to push this freebooter. So I push here, get back K command, deal 2 damage here. I guess it's better for me to deal 2 damage here, actually, because I just get back my other K command. Yeah, that's just so much better. Okay, so we're gonna take 1 more turn off, and next turn we're just gonna blow my opponent out. So we're gonna take 2 damage here, and then next turn we can start clocking them. So push the real one, get back our K command, you discard to here. They discard the cigarette. Champion of the Parish. So now we draw step, make them discard. We also drew a goif. Yeah, so my opponent has no good attacks. So I'm just gonna draw step, make them discard, and kill the goif. You discard, kill your Goif. I'm kind of basically only afraid of a Mantis Rider or something like that. So, yeah, we're probably not playing that one. So now we attack with everything. Actually, we can play that one. Yeah, I think I'm going to play it. So worst thing that can happen to us is my opponent draws a Mantis Rider. No, a Deputy of Detention would be the worst. They have 0 cards in hand. Polo. So Inquisition doesn't really do anything. And I want to use all my mana there. So, because like the Bob is actually a fine chump blocker. Yeah, so we want all of these cards. We don't want these cards. We probably want the Handmaster. I don't like Thoughtseize. Well, I guess that Oof is better than Tracker. Yeah, and I'm just using the Oof because of curve considerations, not really because it stops Vile. I mean, because of curve considerations, because it kind of like does something, right? But it's mostly that I have a bunch of cards that I want to cut. It's mostly the fact that I think that Diliana is very bad in the matchup, and so is Thoughtseize. So I want to just like have them out of my deck, and then I just can't really afford to just like. Well, it's probably better than Tracker. What is better? Like I just don't really want to have like 5 4 drops. That's so much. I think that just because of curve considerations, I'm gonna have the Tracker instead of the Bloodbraid. I mean, we just saw how Walker Bloodbraid was with Italia in play. Sure, like we just had Wrenn and K command. So my opponent's not on a Vile draw. Push would be a great draw. Lightning Bolt would also be okay. Okay, so we're playing a tapped land. Because we can always fetch for basics with this. Alright, so let's see what my opponent has for turn 2. Hopefully it's not a Mantis Rider. If my opponent gets like super far ahead with something like that, we might be in trouble. Vomit. So now they can take the Wrenn. So I can't ping the Hierarch. Yep, there goes the Wrenn. That's a Bloodbraid that doesn't do much. Play a baby Goif. Not gonna be doing much just yet. Hopefully it's gonna do something soon enough. Meddling Mage on K command is brutal here. Yikes. Yep. Yep. Take 4. I mean, if we get to Bloodbraid next turn, we might be fine. Another one of those. Yeah, we're kind of we're a little bit screwed here. We need to draw something off of this blood braid. Don't have a manly mage, please. Wow. It's very good. That's very, very good for my opponent. I think I take 6 here. And I start chomping next turn. Doesn't really do much, honestly. I can ping the Noble Hierarch, but that's it. I'm still in chump block territory over here. Yikes! Yikes! That's a good top deck. Yeah, right click attack call is the correct line. Yeah, we're just dead here. We can't win. We're just dead. All right, game number 3. Just do the same thing. All right, now this is a hand I can get behind. The 2 blood rays are kind of awkward, but everything else I like. We need to find the 3rd land ASAP. Opponent moves to 6. So I think I'm going to actually take the lieutenant here. Like, my opponent's going to find another land. I'm probably going to even give them another land. So I want to take the card that just blanks my best card right here, right? Like, lieutenant is very good against my in-hand plague engineer. Probably going to play the hierarchy here. Makes sense. Push. Almost a good draw. Yeah, you see? What's that supposed to mean? So now if we draw a land, we win on the spot? Land. Red green here. Yep. My opponent can dismember this, but only after I 2-for-1 them. So it would actually be a 3-for-1. GG's. Name elf to flex. Yeah, it's probably not the line. No, yeah. Now we're good. No, whoops. Definitely not concede. Definitely not concede. So now we're never missing a land drop ever again. Almost click concede, yeah. Brutal. Kite freebooter. Yeah, I guess we push that in response. We're at 14. We kind of want to protect our life total a little bit. So now my opponent can see my hands, and they probably ship it. Gonna find an Overgrown Tomb, tapped. Huntmaster, Poggers, land. How do we lose this game? Meddling Mage into Bloodbraid. Meddling Mage into Bloodbraid into land Phantasmal Image. So I know that they have the Phantasmal Image, so they need to draw land into Meddling Mage. Because they can play the mage, name Assassin's Trophy, then play the image and copy the Meddling Mage and name Bloodbraid Elf. So I guess because of that, I want to get one of these Bloodbraid Elves in play. Inquisition? Wrenn Six I. Do I want to cast this Wrenn? I already used the first one. It does grow future Goyfs, and I guess it draws me a card. It gets me one turn further behind towards ultimate, but I think that's fine. Yeah, we're fine. Oh, that's right. I can just ping image with Wrenn. You're correct. Yeah, so I guess that we can't realistically lose this game. Oh yeah, we're junding them out so hard, the NT24. We're junding them out so hard it's not even funny. Oh, my opponent's gonna have a 3-2 haste. Sounds good to me. Just to attack at the Wrenn, they're like sacrificing the Bloodbraid just to attack a Wrenn. Oh, they go face? Yikes. That's no bueno, opponent. DN224 coming back for the 11th month in a row with the Twitch Prime sub. Thank you so much for the support. Much appreciated. Keep up the good work. Do not get to play much Magic at the moment, but I always enjoy your streams. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, DNT. Opponent wins with Mantis Rider ×2. I mean, we can trophy one of those Mantis Riders, so I want to say no. Not even Mantis Rider does it at this point. Yeah. 4-0. Damn. Is John good? Wait a second. Hang in there. Is John good now? When did this happen? How are we currently 4-0 with John? Chat, explain. How are we 4-0 with this assortment of cards? Asmuth, thank you so much for the Twitch friend sub. Welcome back for another month to the Primetime Stronghold. Thank you so much for the support. Wrenn Six I, I guess, alright. John has put up a top 8 in every MTGO PTQ. That's definitely surprising. Wrenn Six I knew from Plague. Yeah, no, I mean, I understand, like, these cards were printed and that they're good in the match, in the deck, but it's just like, you still... I mean, the rest of Modern is, like, Ursa, Death Shadows, Eldracitrons. So, I mean, it's not Fulminator. That's so good, Squirmit. Wow. Now that's a quality pawn right there. That's a real high quality pawn. So turn 1 sees, turn 2 Wrenn. Turn 1 sees, turn 2 ticks. Oh yeah. So find an overgrown tomb here. Thoughtseize you in before we're paired against Baron. Oh no, Scape Shift. But we don't care about this one, so I guess that we take this one? And the race begins. I think the tempo in Modern dropped quite a bit. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, actually, I think I'm gonna go with that. I need to get my opponent dead ASAP, and this survives Lightning Bolt, so I'm pretty happy about that. And my opponent actually fetched, which is what I was really hoping for them to do. Well, I guess that the Bolt grows the Goif anyway, so it didn't matter. Never mind, we're fine. Somebody mana Saint Ursa running around. Probably thinks you're in Shadow. Maybe. I definitely want to make sure that I'm hitting my land drops, so I'm gonna go for this. So at this point, we are completely past. I'm gonna find a Blood Crypt here. So I'm just gonna direct this Lightning Bolt at my opponent's face. It effectively deals 4 damage because it grows the Goif, and we are like already dead to Scape Shift and stuff. So I'm trying to clock my opponent as quickly as possible here. No, they don't fool them. Oh yeah, totally got him. Totally got him. They showed me a mountain. Or so they're gonna double bolt the Goif. That beats. Yeah, so I guess I take this turn to Blood Raid. Green, green, red, and 1. Probably gonna find something. Ooh, that one matters. Sweet. Hour of Promise? Oh yes, baby. That was like the best Thoughtseize ever. Also, it was like the only remaining Thoughtseize in our deck, which is hilarious. And we went by 3 lands. Damn, that was like the best Bloodbraid I've ever cast in my life. Insane. Making John look so good, I guess, right? So, how do I set up 2-turn lethal? I can ping this Elder, swing for 3. Or I can attack. Opponent chomp sacks, but then I can get back my land, K command, get back get back Goif, and K command, get back Goif, and cast the Goif, and make my opponent discard. I can also deal 2 damage, get back Goif. 2 damage to Elder, get back Goif, opponent goes down to 3. But then if my opponent top decks Primetime, I lose the game. But I cannot beat a top deck Primetime. So I'm trying to set up lethal over 2 turns. If I ping Steve, my opponent has more ways of stopping me from killing them next turn. So that's what I'm trying to figure out. Because I cannot get back Goif and also cast it without plus in Wrenn for the Berlin Catacombs. What I can do, however, is I can play a Scoos, ping Wrenn here, play land. And yeah, actually that sounds good. Yeah, okay, so let's do that. So I'm gonna ping there. So opponent has 5 lands. So any land gives them zombies. Unless I Scoos in response. Unless I trophy in response. So I die to Primetime off the top, or I die to Ramp Spell off the top. Yeah, that's brutal. I'm dead now. If I had used K Command to make them discard, I would have survived, but now I'm dead. Damn it. Yeah, now field doesn't matter. I just die to the Scape Shift dealing me damage. So I'm gonna go for the cheese. For the cheese play, which is like, it's basically my only out, so I kind of have to go for it, right? Which is to like destroy one of my opponent's mountains in response to the trigger, and hope that they don't have another basic, which they get probably one more. Yeah, for sure they have one more. But that is like my line, right? Like I don't really have any other options. So here we go. Yeah, we're dead. My opponent had exactly perfects. To be fair, like most of my opponent deck kills me at that point. So it's not like they got incredibly unlucky to get there. It's just that Steve top deck was just brutal. So we want that guy, we want these, we want these, and that's about it. We bobs, we don't want pushes, we want all the discard. Plague to Zombies now. It only works when you have 2 Plague Engineers in play, and that's just too narrow. Scoos is out. And Liliana's good. K Command is meh. National Pulse is medium. I mean, I guess Maestro Pulse is a necessity, right? Does Plague stop Steve? Yes, it does. Probably a Wrenn? So many 3-drops. My hands are going to be super clunky. Trophy is better than color. I mean, this one kills Prime Time, and this one does not. This also kills Field of the Dead, and this one does not. Also, K Command gets considerably worse post sideboard because of Obstinate Bailoff. Actually, yeah, I sold myself. The only good thing about K Command is like in post board configuration we get to like buy back fulminators, but that's just gonna take so much time. Yeah, I mean I'm just drawing. Honestly, these hands are very good. It's just the matchup is really bad. So play fulminator, destroy land, and retake it doesn't seem bad. I mean, it's not. It just takes a lot of time. And this matchup in post-sideboard configurations, it's a lot about like Bailoff, Tireless Tracker. Like the focus of the matchup changes. Like my opponent kind of becomes like a more mid-rangey. Like it's not about, they do still have the out to get to just combo you out of nowhere, but it's way more about just like accruing advantage over and over again. So we're gonna get an Overgrown Tomb. Like we're not really taking care of our life total here. I don't think we can afford to. Yeah, you see, like our promise. These kind of hands are really hard for us to beat. Gonna need some help here. Probably Steve coming down here. There he is. All right, Fulminator. That's what I want to see. Bloodbraid Elf. Thoughtseize. So my opponent cannot Hour of Promise next turn, so I'm going to take this turn to do this. And I'm 100% offering the trade here. And my opponent wants to attack me with Steve instead of cracking. I'm game too. Not looking good here. I cannot afford to play Bloodbraid next turn. Because I have to Thoughtseize that Hour of Promise. But that's a way to work around Hour of Promise, I guess. Do we like this? Let me answer that question. We like it. We like this? Yes, yes we do. Yes we do. Why Thoughtseize the card when you can just blank it, right? Swamperino, Cycle. Oh yeah. Oh, you're speaking my language. You're speaking my language here. And look at how we're not going to activate Ashiok here, right? See that? How we're not activating Ashiok there? Ha! Opponent cycles Veil of Summer. You got it. Wow, that's actually great for us. Okay, Lightning Bolt. So my opponent's going to have Titan Mana next turn. So I guess we cycle first. Brutality. Yeah, so we're gonna have to play land, Fulminator, and I'm gonna destroy their land on upkeep. Because if they do have Veil, then they need to use their mana, which means that they can't Titan me. This is good. Untap. So Ashiok has been like by far the MVP this league. Like it single-handedly won us the game against the match against AmuLIT, and now it's like single-handedly winning us the game against Scapeshift as well. Okay. Can we afford Thoughtseize? Okay. Guess my opponent doesn't want to play anymore. Like, I am never playing around my opponent having Fry, because Fry literally kills one card in my entire 60. In my entire 75. So I don't think that my opponent is going to have Fry in their deck. Yeah, Matt, I was wondering the same thing. No, we have actually been playing against real decks. We played against one bad deck. We played against Hammer Time. But then we played against Hardened Scales. We played against AmuLIT. We're playing against Scapeshift right now, which is, not looking particularly good for game 3. And what was the last deck that we played against? I think we just played against one meme deck and 4 real decks. Humans was the other one, yeah. All right, for the 5-0. For the 5-0. Interesting to know that my opponent is playing Veil of Summer over there. That definitely makes our Fulminator plan significantly worse. And this hand is unfortunately unkeepable. This hand is, on the other hand, pretty solid. So I think I'm just gonna bottom, I guess, the basic swamp. Yeah, just gonna ship the basic swamp. Opponent also mulled to 6. Gonna cycle here. Get that F6 value. Milestone pulls. This actually might be relevant, maybe. What's up, Pedro? How you doing? What's up? I think I'm gonna use this turn to Inquisition. The problem with this is that it delays the Fulminator by 1 turn, but I think that this is like the last chance that I'm gonna have to to get one of these, which I'm very interested in getting. So Steve down, because next turn with a land, my opponent would have been able to double a ramp spell there. I'm not into letting my opponent double ramp spell. Where's the John them out emoji? Yeah, I'm probably not gonna have a John them out emoji. Alright, so we're gonna get black red. Got resolved with different decks. That's how we see good play. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Pedro. Yeah, unfortunately, I think that we need to hit a line drop here. Don't have this Farsic anymore. So we're trying to not die to an hour promise. That would be the worst thing that could happen to us. Steven. Kraken with a tier 1 sub. Thank you so much. Welcome to the Primetime Stronghold, Kraken. Thank you for the support. So many Steves. Stomping ground. Alright. So we do find the land. So I guess that we Fulminator and cycle Baron more. Gonna find a basic swamp there. Actually, I'm interested in blowing this up right now. Well, my opponent doesn't have Veil of Summer or something stupid like that available to them. Finding another Full Me would be great. Another Fulminator would be probably our single best draw. Ashiok would also be pretty gas. Honestly, I would probably consider for my opponent. My opponent got a non-basic with both of the Farseeks, so I would have definitely considered not just getting a basic land there. Basic swamp, cycle Baron more. That doesn't really help. Yes. So now this turn I get to get back Baron more, and I can start clocking. Again, trying to play around Veil of Summer. So we have sorcery, instant, land, creature. So we don't have Walker, we don't have... I guess Walker is the only other thing. And now we can start the clocking procedure. My opponent has a prime time in hand that I see. Yeah. I think it's correct for them to fetch here for a swamp, for a forest basic. Another pact. I wonder if I can go for the cheese kill. What are the chances that my opponent has another basic forest? I think if they fetch for a mountain here, I'm going to go for the cheese kill. Yeah, okay. We're going for it. They might have it. They might have it. Yes! Yes! 5-0. Man, I love cheese so much. Ugh. What was that? What was that cheese? Was that gorgonzola? Because it was definitely stinky. It was definitely stinky. It was definitely nasty. So it has to be like blue cheese or Roquefort or something. Because that was some good quality, smelly cheese. Ooh, We're guess we're at John's stream now. Yeah, welcome to the John Stronghold. just casually getting back on top of the leaderboard. X Whale had passed me yesterday for a second. Not so quickly, my man. Not so quickly. Oh yeah, we're definitely taking a quick screenshot of this situation right here. Whew. Tasty. Tasty. Well, but now Mateus only has a little bit under half as many, a little bit over twice as many trophies as I do. So Just saying. Just saying. That was hot. That was a hot league. I'm down for another one today. I just think that Matthias just like grinds. He just like grinds all day. I mean days. His name is Matthias, so I'm assuming it's a guy. But all right. But yeah, we're gonna play another league. If you're watching on YouTube, thank you for watching, and make sure that you like and subscribe. And you're gonna be able, you can check out the next video in the link below in the description. See you then.